more of a mental preparation, physical, a little both, that you kind of prepare for a long swing like that?
Now, you know, as we do everything here, you know, we compartmentalize to a certain extent. So, you know, yes, we have 3 road games in a row, which if you look at our schedule, separate that and say this is a chunk. But the way we're approaching it is we play Providence at Providence. And then after that game, we play whoever's next at their place, and after that, whoever's next at their place. So we're not, you know, you don't want to get overwhelmed with the notion of, ooh, we have 3 road games. Let's just go out, prepare for the next game, try to win the next game, then we move on.
When you see a team that's lost 3 in a row, 2 in overtime, what do you expect to come out and, you know, really aggressive to kind of get a win this time?
Yeah, without a doubt. You know, especially you look at, you know, those overtime games were rough. It's just come down to, you know, they have the chances, a few bad breaks here and there, and then they just, you know, I don't know how they're approaching it, but I'm looking at that the Villanova game and said, look, listen, no need to watch this as we prepare for Providence, because this isn't the Providence team that we've seen in however many 10 other tapes. So, but that being said, they've lost 3 in a row. You know, they definitely will come out with a sense of urgency that we have to not only match but exceed.
You've beaten them, I think, 8 straight times. Is it a matchup for you? What do you attribute that to?
This group in here hasn't beaten them at all. Right. And so that's how we're approaching.
How about Thompson and dealing with him and everything he brings to the table?
He's a handful. You know, he does. You know, he shoots it. He gets it off quick. He can get it off the bounce, and they do a terrific job of communicating. Whoever's going to be guarding him, and there'll probably be multiple people. You know, you're going to be running through this screen, and you have to run through that screen. And he's pretty wily about how he goes about getting open. And so he's tough to guard. He's scored for several years now and in a very good defensive conference.
Your defense has been probably the biggest key over the last few weeks, few games, I should say. Is that the biggest improvement you've seen, especially since conference play started?
You're really trying to change this. Yes, we made strides defensively, which we have always hung our hat on as being a very good defensive team. You know, as you guys have heard me say, your professional likes to talk about our offense, and that has never noted what down through the years what the defensive teams we've had. And this team isn't there yet, and it's not close to being there yet. But I think we're significantly better now than we were earlier in the year.
How important do you think the press is as far as defense? It seems like maybe you're doing a little bit more of it the past couple of games.
Yeah, it's been a part of it. It's definitely been a part of it. We're just trying to get, you know, a few more possessions and trying to give them less time to do whatever the opposition is trying to do. But it's definitely, this group has been pretty good at it. Not going wood lately.
I'll talk about your offense now, and the strides he's made. He's coming off a 31-point game. You got to take that on the road. That's a challenge.
Yeah, it is, and you score as much as he did the last game. You know they're going to have. He's got the X on his back now, and so they're going to be keying on him. And so I think what's important, what I've said all year, as it relates to our backcourt, not only do they have to score, but they have to help other people score. And so, you know, he gets into a groove against St. John's. His teammates do a good job of making sure he stayed in that groove. But it's not like we're going to now come out, okay, let's duplicate that. We have other guys that can score, and he's got to make sure that he takes advantage of his opportunities. But it's just as much he has to make sure he gets others involved.
Obviously, Codd's a key to focus on. What other things do they do that concerns you? What other red flags do you see?
I think they do a good job of mixing up their defenses, keeping you off balance between their press, their zone, their man-to-man. And then it's as many points as Cotton scores. I mean, you look at Batts is playing well right now, Hinton's playing well right now. They have other guys that are out there also. So you know, you can't have 5 guys focus on him because they have other guys that hurt you.
John, you mentioned after the St. John game, reducing turnovers. Is that something you've addressed in the last couple of days?
We'll see. You know, we'll see. Is it something we've talked about? Yes. I mean, I think, you know, if you look at the numbers, if you look at like when we get shots, we score more often. It sounds simple, you know, but we have to make sure we get a shot every possession down the court. Let's just get a shot, and we usually get good shots.
Have you seen a guy go from scorer primarily to such a good assister as Cotton's done? He's really sharing the ball.
Yeah, I don't think that that's abnormal. You know, one, he draws, what we just talked about, he draws so much attention that guys are open. And in as much as he's a scorer, he's not selfish. And so when you have a lot of the same instincts that enable you to be a good scorer enable you to throw the ball, people just don't do it. And so he's done a good job of doing both.
Thanks, guys.
All right, thank you.